All right, so it's February 11th, 2023 for the next minute or so. Um, yeah, so two UFOs shot down by US and Canadian military. What's that all about? Everybody's scratching their heads. A lot of people asking questions, but let's see what's going on. Um, so what has been released to the public as of right now, we do know that it's a small car-sized object. It was flying at about 40,000 feet. About 20,000 feet lower in altitude than the Chinese spy balloon that was around last week. Also, it was shot down by F-22 fighter jet, also known as the Raptor. There's a picture of it right there. And yeah, let's see what's going on. So, what is it? It's definitely not another Chinese spy balloon, that's for sure. Here's a little clip of a spy balloon getting shot. It's a slow-mo clip there. Pretty cool. All right, let's move on to the next slide. So what does the DoD say exactly? Well, if you go to their link, which I'll provide in the description, they give us details on how they collaborated with the Canadian military and how they took this unidentified craft down. Um, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. As of right now, they really don't know what it is. So yeah, apparently it's too cold to recover any wreckage over there in Alaska. We'll just check out a little bit of what the DoD says here. So, as usual, they don't want to disclose too much information for fear of national security or whatnot. Um, but he said it there. They don't know the origin. So, I don't know. That's a little concerning, specifically for the national security risk or breach or whatever you want to call it. Um, but yeah, let's move on and get this little video. There you go. So there's some theories circulating. Um, what could they be basically? So what are more surveillance balloons or drones from China? I guess that's a theory. A lot of people kind of subscribe to. Another one would be artificial intelligence created by an unknown source. You never know. And then finally, ET craft that come in various shapes. So down here we got um, the cube shaped, spherical, and oddball shape. So yeah, there's that. Then of course there's the sphere shaped UFOs. Um, let's see. Most recently, they've been recorded and reported on various different social media platforms. I know that John Greenwald and Jeremy Corbell reported on the one over here to the right, which I'll just kind of show a little picture of it right there. And of course, you can see all the data down here at the bottom that that particular camera system was more or less recording. And then, of course, I really would like to show this particular footage from TikTok. Let's just kind of click on that, take us there. It's still loading. So, but yeah, these particular sphere-like UFOs have been seen um, for a long time now. But yeah, as of lately, they've been seen um, quite a lot. Uh, Honestly, it's hard to tell if that one was real or not. But I mean, it, we can't. I mean, what can I say? Not all of them are going to be real, of course, but If they've been reported a lot most recently, then you never know. Let's move on. It's, all right. So some personal thoughts based on the official report by the DoD. Um, they said it's about size of a small car or whatnot. I believe that it could be a sphere-like UFO, just like the one that I showed in the previous clip from TikTok. Um, but yeah, some of these can be metallic looking and others look cartoonish. So let's check out this one over here. Let me zoom in real quick. So as you can see, this one is somewhat cube shaped, very metallic looking. And that's, there it is, slow down. Yeah, it's hard to tell what that is exactly. But 1 second here. Okay, you have to excuse me on that one. All right, so let me pause this particular video and then we're gonna play this one. This one I found very interesting. It was on third phase of moon about a few months ago. What I liked about it is that it looked cartoonish. So it almost reminds me of the Arrow report, the UAP report, in which they talked about balloon-like entities. And then I mentioned in one of my previous videos that they would have balloon-like characteristics. But yeah, let's check it out. I'm gonna blow it up and here we go. So there it is. And as it gets closer to the plane, you can see it has some color to it right there. So it's a cube shaped, and I don't know. I would say it's very balloon-like. It almost looks like a cartoon balloon or some sort of cartoon type of entity is really what comes to mind for me. I like that one, honestly. That one's pretty cool. It could be fake, but honestly, if we're getting reports from the military saying there's balloon-like entities, then this could be one of those balloon-like entities. But yeah, let's move on. Oh, sorry about that. So there's some questions, of course, everybody wants to know. So are they of the same origin as other shaped UFOs, such as flying saucers, acorn-shaped triangles, or even the light orbs? Or are they like just like another nation's drone being flown around? It's hard to say if that's the case, because if so, then they would have some sort of technology that we're not aware of. So who's controlling them or what is controlling them? We don't know yet. Waiting for the DoD to open up the vault in that one. So let's go on to the next slide. So here's some more personal thoughts. When the government isn't being transparent about some sort of situation, especially like the one that occurred this week. First, the Alaskan UFO that was shot down by the U.S. yesterday, February 10th. And then, of course, one that was shot today, Saturday, February 11th, 2023. That one was shot down by the Canadian military. But yeah, whenever these types of situations occur and they don't want to speak too much about it, it does make you question as to what are the origins of this particular technology that was shot down. And of course, we'd like to know more details, but there's apparently some challenges that they're facing, such as weather, and the terrain is like frozen water apparently over there by Alaska, so they're not really able to retrieve any wreckage at the moment. So they say hopefully in the next 24 hours or so we get some sort of update from the DoD. So yeah, if it is another national drone, honestly, big time boo. But if it's a real UFO, it could potentially lead to what we call official disclosure or a presidential level type of disclosure where President Biden will let us know that there is another form of intelligence out there that is non-human. So, but of course, this won't come without turbulence, whether from the public or from other officials within the various government agencies. So let's move on. So quote of the day, he'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'll blow our minds. And I'll just play that real quick. So that always reminds me of that, yeah, the he'll blow our minds, meaning like we're not necessarily ready for them. It can be that we're mentally not prepared to accept that fact that there are another form of intelligence out there, or it could mean that we're basically not on their frequency or their level of their level of frequency where we just can't interact with them because we're living in, I guess, a three-dimensional universe where they might be operating on a different plane, different frequency, whatever you want to call it. Let's hear a little bit more of that song though. So yeah, um, that song's it's a pretty cool little song, but it does kind of say a lot in terms of who's out there, you know, or what's out there, and are we ready for that information? Only time will tell. And let's see. Sorry about that. And I think that's the last slide. So, um, yeah, once again, let's hope that we get some more information in the next 24 hours. And if so, I'll definitely be making another video. Honestly, I couldn't even get some sleep tonight because this whole thing has got me, it's kept me awake. And it's very exciting. Even if it's just another national drone, it's exciting because it kind of it shows that our airspace, even though it's restricted, it it's not like invincible. You know, it's not impenetrable, and you can't necessarily blame our leaders for that. If someone has a bigger or a much how can I say this? If somebody has technology that's far greater than ours, then it's natural they're going to be able to um, get past security, get into our airspace without yeah without being caught on sensors or whatever the case may be. But it does make you think, though. You know, like what is it? Who are they? What are they? And are we ready for what's to come? Um, that's pretty much all I got. I'm hoping next 24 hours again we get some news as to what they were, what they recovered, and yeah, definitely expect another video. And keep your eyes in the skies. Have those cameras ready. Have them rolling. Stay with an open mind, and just know that we're not alone. All right. Thank you very much.